Good evening. Welcome to the Four Valuable Podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Favorite. I got my guys with me, Big Straw Anderson. I got Michael Andre Atwater. Final four is here this weekend. Men and ladies. Who's going to win it all? Who's going to win the Four Valuable bracket? It ain't going to be us.
I was almost there, Fabe. I was almost there, baby. I had you.
Yeah, Tony and Damon, two folks ain't been on the show about 3 months. Showing us the effort. That would make me bad right now. Well, anyway, we got NBA, anybody stop Thunder, go to State for real. John Morant still shooting on guns. and NFL draft, top 10 picks. We're gonna talk about that. Of course, the part of the show I said let go.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Boys, yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys.
And of course, this is the Four Valuable Podcast. When they go low, you go high. That's all I'm gonna say about what's on the screen. Ryan, tell them about your product.
Hey, Crazy Straws, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the final four. You need a Duke straw, you need a Houston straw, you need an Auburn straw, you need a Florida straw. Come at me. The best straws in the business, Crazy Straws. Got all the team colors. Hey, just inbox me. We'll get it to you, Crazy Straws. If you want the straws, you want them crazy, you want Crazy Straws.
Ryan, tell them about that just for me.
Just for men, I don't need it. So, just for men, hey, if you like that Beijing black, want to keep your hair color just like it is, even though you're 73 years old, go ahead. Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, they got you. They got you in the black. They got you in the brown, whatever you need, guys. But hey, get comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes. But yeah, just for men.
Talking about Mike's favorite product too.
That's Wave and Groom. Michael Atwater, how long it been since you had Wave?
94.
94, son. 94. Still got Waves to this day. In the red can. Dax Wave and Groom, Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, or your local beauty supply store. Dax Wave and Groom will keep your hair with the waves, baby.
Let me break camera right quick. Coming to the stage right now, excuse me. Coming to the stage right now is a future defensive coordinator for the University of North Carolina Tar Heels. We're speaking it into existence. It hasn't happened yet, but we're speaking it into existence. But he's saying he's gonna go to the U, get rid of Mario Cristobal, Senor, probably the creator of Black Thought, and proud fan of Morehead State, Horatio Jr.
Morehead. I mean, the University of Morehead. Travesty that them boys wasn't in the grade 8.
We all
like to see Morehead in the final 4. What's going on, fellas?
I like to see Morehead later on.
That was good.
Stay woke, King. Stay woke. All right, we got one more spot. We got Arizona tea. Get diabetes, you drink it. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, buyinourshirt.com, and of course our favorite sponsor right here. You need Coke Crown Royal XO or Crown Royal Black and ginger ale.
The dark liquors.
All right, let's jump start on the brackets. Men's Final Four is set the second time in NCAA history that all 4 number 1 seeds made it to the Final Four. Auburn will play Florida. Duke will play Houston.
Okay.
What's your keys to the game? We'll start with Big Straw. We're gonna start with Duke and Houston.
Duke and Houston. One, can Houston continue to shoot the basketball like they've been shooting? And 2, can they stop Cooper Flag? If they can't, It's gonna be like Phil Collins said, one more night, and Duke gonna end up in that championship game. But hey, if Houston can stay hot and keep shooting that basketball like they've been shooting that basketball, and Kelvin Sampson get them on a roll, it could be an early exit. I don't see it, but hey, give me Duke over Houston.
Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, I think Duke is. Well, first of all, you got realistically, you got the four best teams from all season. Like they've been the four best teams all year. So I think Fave said the second time that all four number one seeds, Houston squeaked by Purdue in the semifinal. I mean, in the Sweet 16 round, they blew out Tennessee. These are the two of the best defensive teams in the country. But I just think Duke they got length, they got too much talent. Duke can beat you without Cooper Flag because they just got that much depth and scoring. I'm a Duke fan anyway, but this Duke team is one of the best teams at Duke that they've had in years. Like if they win this next championship, this is gonna go down one of the best Duke teams ever, even with them late in the days and stuff. So I like Duke over Houston.
Shot.
Oh man, Duke has a size advantage. I believe Houston has the quickness advantage. But Houston is some dogs, man, and I know maybe had we done this podcast maybe a week ago before they dismantled Tennessee, then it probably would have been a whole lot of us saying there's no way Duke lose this game, blah 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 blah. But the way them boys punked Tennessee, it's a head scratcher now. I still think Duke gonna win. I'm one of those people that I'm enamored by this kid Cooper Flag. I've been following him for a couple of years now, and I'm actually surprised that he's as good as he really is, and I think he's only going to get better. I don't think there's an answer to the test for him, so I'm going to go with the Duke Blue Devils, which is not normal for me because I'm not really a Duke fan, but I am a Cooper Flag fan.
Yeah,
I told y'all about Cooper about 2-3 years ago.
You did, sir. You did. Give him his
When I was
credit.
playing and I saw him in the little AAU tournament. He's the real deal.
Yeah, I saw him around the same time. I just had beef for him because obviously the Boozers being down here and Carlos Boozer was ranked number 1, 9th grade, 10th grade, and then they started talking about this kid from Maine. And I'm like, nah. And then when they played in the AAU tournament, they said the Boozers and them won the tournament, but they said Flag kind of outplayed Carlos, which I really didn't think that was the case. But again, I was a little biased. I thought it was close. And then he reclassified. So people don't even realize that he's supposed to be a senior this year, or he might be old. I'm not sure, but
He's supposed to be a senior.
So he there early?
Yeah, he early. He reclassified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's old early or young early, but he definitely was class of 2026, and then he left early because remember everybody was wondering when he committed to Duke, you kind of was strong on the Boozers committing to Duke. Then it was going to be what were they going to do and how were they going to play, because Cameron is definitely a power forward, and at the time they had Cooper Flag as a power forward, but he's not a power forward. He's a wing guy, straight up baller.
Yeah, he's a 3-2-2-3.
Yeah, he's a 3.
Now with they have the number 1 ranked defense in the country, the whole country. Houston has the number 1 defense in the country.
Right.
Problem is they're going against Proctor, Knickel, and Flag. I don't see Duke losing this game. If they lose this game, that means somebody got hurt or they had a bad shooting night, which Houston can't do because I believe they held Tennessee under 65 points this game. because that second half of that Houston Tennessee game was a rock fight. Both teams weren't hitting anything. Shot said that you could hit the ocean with the rock if you stand in the ocean with the rock under the water. That's how bad they were shooting.
And let me tell you something about that too, bro. Houston better be very careful with that because Duke, they'll go run away with the game. If Houston cannot shoot the three well, Duke will run away with this.
Well, I mean, if in my opinion, when you think about any team trying to shoot threes, if you're not on, that leads to long rebounds. And I mean, the athletes at Duke had to, they'll run them up out that gym. Any team that's halfway decent, if you missing, you know what I mean? It just leads to a bad situation offensively, and you gotta play it a little harder. So yeah, that's just the way it is.
Hey, time out now. Time out. I told you I got Duke winning, but I've never been a Duke fan. But y'all been a little bit disrespectful to a team that ain't lose but one game.
No. This is the championship semifinals we talking about.
Who
These are the championship semifinals. So anything can happen, but I've seen more Duke over the past 2-3 weeks than I have seen Houston. I saw Houston that last game when they blew out Tennessee, but I mean, Kelvin Sampson had his teams ready. But right now,
just one game. Who are we talking about?
What's Houston record? I thought it was like 30-1.
Everybody done lost at least 3-4 games, Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't even want to come on this segment when they was talking basketball.
That's the excuse. That's what you're going to.
I got shot. I'm gonna put the records up in a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna put the records up. But let's go ahead and move on to Auburn and Florida. That's the other half of the bracket. I believe that might be the early game. I'm not.
Yeah, that's the first game, Sam.
Yeah, because it's an SEC rematch. I think this is the fourth time they played this year. Third time.
Third time.
Yep. We'll start with you, Mike. Key to the game.
Somebody better contain Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton is a potential lottery pick. He is probably the best guard in the country. Somebody better contain him. If Walter Clayton can get going, they got some good big men. This game could, like the SEC championship, it could get out of hand. But Auburn is they kind of a deep team. They're an old team. I think I'm gonna go with Auburn in this one.
Straw.
man, tough, gritty. Now, I will say I haven't seen any update on Janai Broom's elbow, but that's going to be the key to me. I agree with you totally, Michael, that Clayton is going to be, somebody got to contain him. But I really think that inside game with Janai Broom and the way he plays basketball so fanatically, man, I think it's going to make a difference. I think it's going to make a difference. And give me Auburn.
Shot.
I'm gonna go with Florida. Only because when you look at the game that they almost lost, that's their wake up call. And honestly, I don't have no other reason for picking them. When you got we got 4 number 1 seeds. Ain't no Cinderellas. All these dudes are Goliaths going at each other. So it's just a matter of who come out. But I think Florida, gonna shake off the you had that bad game. You had that bad game. Everybody got to have that bad game. And I think they had a bad game. They weathered that storm. So they've been there. So if this game is close, then I'm gonna definitely go with Florida because I feel like they've already been battle tested.
Shit, you couldn't have them on the rope too, boy.
Yeah, that's what you talking about. That's a bad game.
No, they had a bad game with Texas Tech too.
Yeah,
Texas Tech had them down 10 with about 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, didn't they go into overtime? They went to overtime, didn't they?
No, they didn't go to overtime. They went overtime at Arkansas. They went overtime at Arkansas. Now Tennessee, Texas Tech. Those don't realize they were a really good team. They was a 3 seed.
Yeah,
I believe they was a 3 seed. And I believe they lost to Houston in the conference championship game, right, Mike? Or was it Iowa State?
Yeah, no,
they beat Houston this year, didn't they?
Let me look at Houston's schedule. Houston had 4 losses. Shot.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, they lost. They lost to Texas Tech 82-81 early in the year, and they beat them. They came back and beat them 69-61.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If it's like one of them proverbial rock fights, the strong will survive. I like Auburn in this one, man. Auburn they're supposed to win, but I really got Auburn in this one. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel different about this one, bro. I don't know. You
Like I
said
said,
Auburn. Michael said they're an old team. Shoot.
so is Florida.
Yeah, this probably gonna be the game of the Final Four right here, because I think that the Duke Houston game can go either. It can go either good one way or bad the other way for one team or another. This one I think gonna be close, but I think Auburn gonna pull it out by a little bit.
Well, Auburn and Florida only played once this year, right?
He said twice.
They played twice. They played in the regular season and played I think they played in the SEC championship game.
No, they played Tennessee. Florida beat Tennessee in the SEC championship game.
Right. Auburn lost to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn lost to Tennessee.
Yeah, Auburn also lost to Florida 90-81 early in the year.
Wasn't that early? It was February.
Well, it's early enough for. I consider that early. Shoot, I cut it early enough for me. But yeah, either way, they still lost, and I still think Auburn is probably the weaker of the one seeds because they waited end of the season. I think they had everything clinched up to be the overall number one seed. But Florida plays with so much pace and force. They have two of everything, like Noah's Ark. They have two of everything, and they got a lot of size on the inside, so that could battle Janai Broome. That's probably going to be the player of the year, more than likely. Janai Broome or Cooper Flag. I'm going to go with Janai Broome. But Walter, like Mike said, who's going to start Walter Clayton? Who's going to stop him?
Auburn got some guards now. They got Denver Jones. They got Miles Kelly. They got some guys that they can throw at them. But Walter Clayton, man, like I say, he is a potential lottery pick. He really is.
So here's just a point of emphasis right here. It used to be back in the day when the Chicago Bulls were rolling the town, back before Scotty and Horace and Cartwright. They shut Michael down. If you got a way to shut Michael down, you win the ball game. Is that the same thing? If they would have shut down Clayton, if they shut down Clayton, who else got to step up in order for them to win?
They got Elijah Martin. They got Will Richard, Alex Condon. Florida is like 8-9 deep. They got guys.
Are they the same level? Are they the same level of player?
They are not necessarily the same level of player, but let me say this. If you shut down Duke has enough scoring talent. If you shut down Cooper Flag, Duke still has enough players that can win the ball game. You shut down Walter Clayton, it's iffy. That's the difference.
Okay.
That's the difference in the talents level.
That was what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. Because Miles Kelly can get on a heater, man, and he's shown that if he gets on that heater, man, he can stroke that thing,
And for Duke, if Duke wins this national championship, this is big for high school recruits because you're still relevant and you still got a chance of, making an impact right away at the D1 level. Because all these teams are veteran teams. Man, I saw something the other day. Hunter Dickinson got granted a 7th year of eligibility and he getting in the transfer portal. We got to stop this. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. 7 years in college? Man, come on, man. So this is big for freshmen, to see if they compete at that level.
So 7 years. 7 years. Let's I guess the question needs to be asked is how did he get here 7 years? Is there something with was he injured 1 year?
I don't even remember. That could have been an April Fool's joke.
I ain't never heard no football play. I heard a football player getting 6. We talking about 7.
It's a guy last year, y'all. He played for Howard and he played for Ohio State. His name was Seth Towns. He got 8 years to play college ball.
Didn't I think Arroyo for the Hurricanes? He played 8 years, didn't he?
Yeah, that tight end, yeah.
Tight end.
I thought he got 6 I thought he got 6.
Nah, he had like 7 years.
Jeez, Louis, because I know he got hurt 2 years, and 1 year was a COVID year.
Mm-hmm.
But to sum it up, Fave, I got Duke and Auburn to cut down the Nets Monday night. I mean Duke and Auburn championship game, and I got Duke to cut it down.
Yeah, I got Florida and
Now
Houston.
Duke did beat Auburn early in the year, so this is a rematch if they do meet.
Yeah, I got what I say, Florida and Auburn and Florida and Houston in my bracket, but I think it's gonna be Florida and Duke. So.
And let me just before we go on the NBA and then we do the Atwater top 10 quarterback for the draft. Man, Stephen A. Smith, and I ain't like Fade, well, I got a problem with him. But he said that the NCAA tournament is not good when you don't have a Cinderella. And that is total. I have no clue what he's talking about. Who wants to sit here and watch the Final Four? Could y'all picture a Final Four where you got Drake, San Diego State, Vanderbilt, and Morehead State? Who's gonna watch that?
We want to see what we want more head. We do.
Yeah, we want more head, but we ain't gonna sit there and watch it. We're gonna wait on the head.
I'm waiting on Kendrick to come and start talking about Drake. They not like us.
Man,
I'm ready for Mohead to come.
Cinderella's the Cinderella story is good until we start getting deep in the tournament. When we start getting into the Sweet 16 and Elite 8, I want to see the best teams in the country go at it. But
I want to see Mohead shoot out.
Your first 2 rounds, you want the Davidsons. You want the Davidsons to come out with like a player, But that's the first 2 rounds. But like when you get to nut cutting time, you want the best teams in there. That's everybody.
Morehead State don't want the nut cutting.
Man, go to the NBA, man.
Yeah, I want to see Morehead shoot out.
Man, go to the NBA.
I like that.
Rachel, stop being the devil on the shoulder, man. Somebody got to be the angel. Somebody got to be the devil. And right now, you the devil. Stop. Don't think you do it. Rachel, no. That's just going to keep him going.
Morehead State.
You got the root for it, Morehead. You got the root for it.
Go to the NBA.
Luke said, head, and Mohead.
Yeah, man, where's his wife? Goodness gracious.
She runs over. Yeah. Mohead coming. All right, let's go to the NBA. Mike, go ahead and take this over for me right here.
I guess we about 2 weeks away from the playoffs. I didn't know it was that we kind of close. We like 7, 8 games left. Rachel, if somebody told you right now, would you bet that in June the 2 best teams in the league, OKC and Cleveland, you not on board with that?
Man, look at here. Y'all know I'm more than just a casual fan. Like I look at the stuff from different angles. I know CBS, ESPN, TNT, Amazon, don't nobody want no Stephen A. Smith, all the broadcasters, don't nobody want no Cleveland OKC final. That's at least 2 layovers in every airport trying to get from Cleveland to OKC. Don't nobody want that. So please, Boston, Los Angeles, they done already told y'all they rooting for the Miami Heat and the Lakers to go to the finals just so they can do the post games in them 2 respective places. Don't nobody want to see OKC in Cleveland. Nobody.
Yeah, we might not want to see it, but they've been the best teams all year though. They have.
But I mean, yeah, they have. And you can't argue what SGA doing. I wish he hadn't taken off his jersey and had the halter top on. I wish I hadn't seen that. And I know what it is. It's catapult. I know what it's for. It tracks your body movements and all that. it just he just looked like, you know, he looked like he was getting ready for the 7th grade dance. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
So you wouldn't take that bet. What about you, Ryan? You taking that bet? OKC in Cleveland?
I don't see both of them. I may see one of them. I could see I could probably see OKC before I could see Cleveland, simply because of the fact that I know the regular season wrapped up and they done got on Boston a couple of times, but Boston plays different in the playoffs. So I would say OKC before I would say Cleveland.
What about you, Fade?
OKC, UFC, KFC. Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5.
Fact.
Cleveland's not going to get past the Celtics. Every time they play the Celtics, somebody's been. They hadn't have a full. They weren't at full string. They split. I believe they split the season series, but the Celtics were not at full string. Granted, neither was Cleveland in a couple of those games. I'm not betting against the Celtics. I'm not betting against them. They're the champs. They're the champs, and they don't get cold from 3 very often. They don't get cold from 3 very often. And keep in mind, they're versatile. They got, once again, they like Noah's Ark. They got 2 of everything.
Now, when we talk about the East, outside of OKC and outside of Cleveland and Boston, is there anybody else in the East that can hang with them?
The 96 Bulls.
So y'all don't see Milwaukee, New York, none of them at all.
Oh, is Dame coming back?
No, he got blood clots, man. He ain't not coming back this year.
Oh yeah, Dame got blood clots. I'll say this though. I saw this guy last night. I don't know how to pronounce his name. You know, y'all turn up the tempo. I saw him. He's good at basketball. He's good at basketball. Like that dude, he looked like he was inspired by Luka Doncic, the way he was playing, you know, and like I think he can carry a team far in the playoffs because there is no answer for Giannis, you know, hey y'all turn up the tempo. No answer for him. I promise you. I'm telling you.
Anybody out west can contend with OKC because the West is a little bit more open than the East in a sense. You got the Lakers, you got the Clippers, the Nuggets. Houston done caught fire. Like, if it ain't gonna be OKC, who gonna be in the West?
Denver.
Anybody. I think you know, Papa James. I think him and Luka Tonic. I think they got a good chance. I think Houston is obviously well coached and deep with some young guys that's going to try to intimidate you and play good basketball. You got Dylan Brooks, you got them Thompson twins, one of the Thompson twins, like them boys, Jalen Green. Oh my goodness, Jalen Green is.
Oh man, what you talking about?
I'm trying to tell you, he got all them young dudes in the league looking for a 35-year-old chick. All of them.
Jalen Green.
All of them. They trying to go to the college across the street from Moorhead.
Oral Roberts.
You want Oral Roberts?
Oral Roberts, yeah.
Longwood.
Like
Longwood.
Like that boy, that like, hey, y'all better go get some of that Harriet Tubman, some of that Mary McLeod Bethune.
The Shirley Chisholm.
I'm telling you.
Let me ask you,
Stella. Better get Stella. Go ahead, man.
And Rachel, let me ask y'all this, man, because it's kind of puzzling to me. Maybe y'all don't have an answer. Phoenix Suns right now on the outside looking in, even getting the play-in. Man, are you blowing that team up, Rachel, Fade, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm blowing it up. I got the stick of dynamite right here. Boom. Like when that loaded goat on Andy Griffith. Boom. Boom.
I don't understand that team, man. It just didn't work out.
Blow up the coach. Don't blow up the team. Blow up the coach.
It's all the loaded goat blows up everything. The loaded goat blows up everything. He go with him. He can go with him too. Boom.
You can't keep putting on the coach. Hell, they don't fire coaches.
Man,
You
listen,
fired-
we actually had this exact discussion maybe a year ago, right? You got, first of all, again, I watched some basketball last night, by the way. So Devin Booker is a bucket getter, right? I'm talking about that. Hey, listen, he is explosive. He get to the cup. We know he can shoot. Like Devin Booker is the real deal, right? We know KD can score 20 in his sleep. Why do they keep putting these two on the court? And I know they wasn't on the court last night, but they got a losing record. Why y'all keep putting them on the court, basically saying you go one-on-one, then you go one-on-one? That doesn't work. They tried it. They tried it in Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie. They tried it with Russ and OKC. This man done told you he liked being around people that move the basketball, and yet the last two places he's been, y'all been trying to go your turn ISO. It ain't working without Joe Johnson. How you go ISO without Joe Johnson? Like, come on, it ain't working. Fire the coach.
Boom.
They fired 3 coaches in 3 years. Shot. They fired Monty Williams.
Would this be a record? Would this be a record?
They fired. No, he'd be the third coach. They fired him. He'd be the third coach fired in 3 years.
Well, do it. If that's what it takes for you to win, and you got money in this franchise, and you want to be a successful franchise, you know that's not going to work. They two of the same type of players. Blow it up, and if you're not going to bring any of the same players, Black, get the coach out of there. Give me a new team, new coach, start from the ground floor. Blow it up. Boom.
I trade KD to Houston. Get some of my first round picks back in the offseason. I'll put him to Houston. Only reason I say Houston because the only piece they're missing is shooting, and KD will provide that shooting from the outside easily.
You trade KD to Houston, they might as well raise the banner.
Yeah.
Barring injury.
Barring injury, but you're gonna lose some pieces now. You might lose Amen Thompson, Reed Shepard, probably Dylan Brooks gonna have to go, but you made the money work. But if you send KD to Houston, that's a championship right there. That's championships in Clutch City right now.
Only because of the coach.
Only because of the coach. Yeah, because Ime Udoka would have won the championship with the Celtics. He wouldn't have been suspended / fired. He win the championship the next season. Okay, that's the only thing I agree with Stephen A. Smith on. Besides that, his hairline receding. That's 2 things I agree with him on. Mike, I'm gonna ask everybody this. I know y'all already know where I'm gonna go with this. If OKC do not make it to the conference championship after having the best record 2nd year in a row, what are you doing, Mark Daigneault?
You gotta do something. I don't know what, but you gotta do something.
So I'm not crazy then.
No, you get best record 2 years in a row. You got to get to at least to the finals. I ain't say win it, but you got to get to the finals.
I agree. And if you don't win, if you don't win it, at least you know where your weakness is at in that big time moment. So you can probably plug it up in the off season through draft or free agency or whatnot.
I don't know about getting rid of him. I mean, I know that's the knee-jerk reaction. I would just say, for him, just don't get out coach. Just don't have people talking about second guessing your decisions at the end of the games. Just don't do that.
One last question. We can move on to Mike's top 10 list. Taylor Jenkins was fired this past Friday from the
I don't understand
Memphis Grizzlies. The ownership said they did not get any feedback from players. This was strictly on ownership. The record steadily declined over the last 4 years. We go back to the year that the Warriors won the championship. They got knocked out the second round. Then the year after that, the first round. After that, they made the playoffs. This year, it looks like the way they're playing, they might be in the play-in after having there's at one point there was number 2 seed. They look like they might be going to the play-in. Would you trade John off season? Start over.
Who you asking?
Everybody.
Right now, he is the franchise. To be honest with you, he is the franchise. Even though, I mean, like Jaren Jackson Jr. has been there a little longer than him. Well, no, they came around the same time. No, he has been there a little longer than him. He's the franchise. He's the one bringing most notoriety. I wouldn't trade him just on that, but I mean, if you're gonna it depends on who you get for him. If you can get somebody of the same yoke or the same ilk, as they would say, then yeah, I would consider trading him. I may not do it, but I would consider. You got to listen to everybody. You got to consider it.
Well, I wouldn't trade him because I don't think you're going to get any value for him. Like he's damaged goods. If you ask me, what is he averaging? 22 points. Come on, that's not Ja Morant like 22 points. He's almost not worth the trouble that he's putting or the spotlight that he's putting the organization through. So no, I wouldn't trade him. I wouldn't trade him. I mean, he's been playing, right? That's a question, like for real. A legit question. He's been playing, right?
He only played in 46 games this year.
But he's been playing recently, right?
Recently, yeah.
Okay, because they've lost like 7 out of the last 8 games with him.
I think a lot of that turmoil and disarray has made its way into the team, and I think that's one reason probably why they fired him. There's probably something going on. And
I've been hearing Ja ain't happy up there either. Ja
I
Morant
heard
did something last night. The NBA gonna investigate him shooting a gun
I heard
or something. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, finger gun.
Finger gun. Okay.
what I did hear was that when they asked him about the whole firing, what he said that was tough because that's the only coach he's ever known. That's the only coach that's ever coached him professionally. So I mean, it had to be something. I think it had to be something. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he had a little push or talk to management or something, because this was almost as sudden as the Luka Doncic trade. It just happened.
Well, it's definitely coaching. They can't stop kids from crossing the street.
No. Yeah, he averaged 31.2. He's averaged 31.2 points a game over the last 5 games. All 1 and 4 in those last 5 games.
Right, and the other team is averaging 125.
Yeah.
Hi, kids.
Stop! The kids still going straight across the street to the store. You ain't stopping nothing.
They can stop the car at the stoplight with the brakes on and the car already stopped.
Yeah, man, that Matador defense. They all them out there looking like Luka Tonic.
I don't know, they look that bad. Luka, he like a turnstile out in the MARTA station.
Yeah, Luka bad.
All right, Michael, top 10, hit it.
So the NFL draft, I just realized, bro, the NFL draft is at the end of the month, and we're gonna do a little weekly thing where we're gonna be looking at different positions. And starting with tonight, the quarterback position. Now, Horatio Major, because he's from Miami, he's been high on this kid, Cam Ward. Cam Ward is listed as the best quarterback in the draft, followed by Shedeur Sanders. They got Jackson Dart, 3rd, Jalen Miro. I got him 4th. Quinn Ewers, 5th. Kyle McCord from Syracuse. I got Will Howard, 7th. Dylan Gabriel, 8th. Tyler Shaw, he's 9. Tyler Shaw, my bad. He's 9 from Louisville, and number 10, Riley Leonard. Not a really deep and good NFL, quarterback class this year. You potentially, I think you could get 3 quarterbacks in the first round with Ward, Sanders, and Dart. But other than that, everybody is possibly going to be a 3rd, 4th, 5th, and probably undrafted at the quarterback position. So hold on, man. Ratio, then Ryan, then Fade, the quarterback draft, the quarterback class of this draft, man. What's your thoughts? Can Jackson Dart sneak into that first round?
Jackson Dart sneaking to the first round.
When you say sneaking, is he breaking in?
There's no reason for him to. There's no reason for Jackson Dart to sneak into the first round. There's nothing about Jackson Dart that impresses people. Not big, not strong, not fast.
They said he had a good combine,
Huh?
They said he had a good combine.
I've heard that he had a good combine, but his pro days have been horrendous.
Yeah, like listen, man, don't nobody care about no quarterback combine. Y'all remember when what's his name had a combine where the ball didn't hit the ground, and then what's the boy name that like people mama? Matter of fact, he was
Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson made the no look throw, to against no defenders, and everybody went ooh and ah about. Like, come on, man. If I had to rate the quarterbacks, which I said from the beginning, I would take Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. I do like Jackson Dart third, and then I like Cal McCord. I like the size. People forget that he ran an explosive offense at Syracuse. I like Cal McCord. My sleeper guy in this draft would be nobody. Because after that, it's all bad.
All right, go ahead, Ryan.
Man, I like Shedeur first, and then Cam Ward, and then Jackson Dart, and then Cal McCord. My thing is this: Jackson Dart was one of the SEC darlings. It's just one of them deals where I just really believe that. I don't know if he can. I don't even know if he can play. He's talking about sneaking into the first round. I don't even know if I want to see him play some more. Give me some more film on him playing. He played in the SEC, but I think he's gonna have a comeuppance moment in the NFL because it's a different game than what he was doing. I like Shedeur one. I just like his stature. I like Cam Ward, but some of them games just seemed like they got under his skin, and he was making some bad decisions. And I don't know, but I mean, if he can make all the throws and get under the right system, I just don't want him ending up like another Florida quarterback that played at a university in Florida, like Anthony Richardson, and getting bad advice, and then you go to a team that thrust you into the spotlight, and then all of a sudden now you ain't nobody happy, and you cut or you benched or whatever. I don't want that. So best of luck to them two gentlemen. They could go 1-2. I heard is there a beef between them two? Because I heard there's a beef between Shedeur and Cam Ward.
Yeah, they're talking junk to each other. They're working out together. I've seen some videos of them.
I did too.
They got some beef. I ain't heard that one before.
I heard they like talking about you quit on your team and stuff like that. I mean, they were going at each other pretty hard.
They work out together a lot. They communicate a lot. They're fairly close. It's really no different than us going at it, and they do go at each other. They do go at each other. They just did an interview with Cam where he was just down in Miami for the pro day. I mean, for the University of Miami recruiting weekend, he was down there talking to some kids. So, but tell me why you like him. Why you like Shedeur better, Ryan?
I don't know. I guess it's the pedigree. The pedigree. He's got it in his blood. He
got what in his blood? If he had it in his blood, he'd be running a 4.2.
No, I mean, he's just a tremendous athlete. He's a tremendous athlete. He has that. The apple didn't fall too far from the tree. He has a Hall of Fame father of one of the more famous two-sport athletes in our lifetime, and he's not going to be the same. Of course, he's not going to be the same, but he's good enough to be drafted in the top 3. He's good enough. I just like the pedigree. And he just, he has good touch on the ball to me. Seems to make all the throws. I think he'll excel in the right system.
Okay. And Water, why you like Shedeur 1?
I thought Shedeur Well, I don't necessarily like to do a one now. I rather if I'm Tennessee, go get Abdul Carter before I got either one of the quarterbacks. So me, I would take Carter before I took Sanders or Ward. But I think Ward and Sanders maybe 1A, 1B. They both had productive years. Uh, I think Sanders is a little bit better with the deep ball, and Cam Ward, he he guided Miami to their first 8, 9 wins, and they just fell off for some reason. Miami didn't even make the ACC championship game. And I know all that went on Cam Ward, but they're both quarterbacks that have transferred. They played in big time program. I just think they 1A and 1B. But now, if I'm Tennessee, I'm going to get Abdul Carter. I think Abdul Carter may be the better pro prospect than these quarterbacks, or Travis Hunter.
Okay.
I just don't. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't want them to make a mistake and go to a bad franchise. I would rather for them to be able to at least go somewhere that's mediocre, that they can actually have a chance of starting or have a chance to sit behind at least one a quarterback for 1 year. Because what's going on is we're having this revolving door where we unless you're an exceptional talent like Jalen Daniels, we having a lot of quarterbacks that are going to the NFL and they getting washed, rinsed, and repeated on out the league because they're not ready. They thrust them in the beginning, and the league chews them up and spits them out before they can say it. And I think they need these kids nowadays in order for them to be a successful quarterback. You need to do what happened with Patrick Mahomes when he was able to sit behind Alex Smith for that year and just watch the game and learn the speed of the game and learn how to be a good teammate. Because this league is brutal. That's why my man in Indy going through it like he is, because they thrust him in there on a bad football team that was unstable on the sidelines as well.
Or it could be Ryan, they just suck. Could you say that?
If they drafted in the first round, they can't suck that bad. Because
Richardson had what?
Case
Eight,
in
9
point.
starts.
Case in point. Here's the case in point right here. What's my man that went to Liberty?
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis. Throw him in at Tennessee. He was behind Tannehill. Tannehill gets hurt. They throw Malik Willis in there. He doesn't do as well. All right. He gets traded to Green Bay. Jordan Love doing his thing. Did his thing 1 whole year. This past year, Jordan Love gets injured early, but Malik Willis has already been sitting behind this guy, so he comes in, has a decent season. That's all I'm saying. You need time to adjust to the game. They might suck, but I believe more in sitting and learning before I just straight up just get me out there. Shoot, Brock Purdy shows you that.
Brock Purdy, a product of that system. But that's neither here nor there. We're gonna see how he do this year with all the changes and all the losses they had free agency just to sign him.
Is Brandon Ayuk finally going somewhere this time?
Who?
Brandon Ayuk. Is he finally getting out of there?
Nah, he ain't going nowhere. I don't think he's going to rehab.
Faye, let me ask you about a quarterback real quick, and Ratio, I know he's gonna chime in on this. Where do you see? I'm ready for Ratio to chime in. Where do you see Jalen Milroe going?
Probably.
Is he gonna be I want you and Ratio to talk about this one. Is he gonna be a second day quarterback, third? Like
He might be. Best case scenario for him is a third day quarterback, maybe undrafted, probably.
Nah, he's not gonna. Nah.
He's gonna be a fourth, fifth round pick.
He's not gonna be no.
He'll be a fourth or fifth round pick, fifth round pick. He'll be a project. Unless he changed positions, then that might be different. But I don't see him go if he goes second round like something like Neil Kiper Lioness is projecting, you're reaching. I see late second day, third day at best. At worst, he's going to work at a car dealership.
I'm gonna give a hot take right here. Jalen Miro will be drafted before the 4th round. He'll go in the first 3 rounds. Rachel, you with that or not? Jalen Miro will go in the first 3 rounds somewhere. That's my bet. That's my hot take.
First 3 rounds of what? Golf?
He will be one of the top 100 players drafted. He will go in the top 100.
Hello, friends.
That's what I'm betting on, because I think he is one of the third. He probably behind, in between maybe Jackson Dart and Quint Ewers at quarterback. Jalen Miro will go 3rd round at the latest, I think. But I don't think he's not going to get drafted.
Well, I think he'll get drafted. I do think that. I think one thing is 2 things is going for one thing is going for him and one thing is going against him, and it's the same thing. I think what's going against him is and I'll prove my point. Right now, what do you think is the closest comparison to Jalen Milroe? What is the comp for Jalen Milroe?
Tim Tebow, because he can't throw.
Oh my God, that's not good at all.
No, you take it too far now. You're doing a little bit too much talking about Tim Tebow.
It's a win.
That ain't too far off though. That's not.
No, it's not too far. That doesn't help his case, is what I'm saying. But what's your closest comparison to Jalen Milroe?
Right now in the league, Jalen Milroe could be compared to
Anthony Richardson.
Trey Lance.
Bingo. Anthony Richardson. And right now, Anthony Richardson resume is, how my man say, trash. Right? And I ain't gonna get into the he said, she said, you ain't no good. But I remember we talked about Anthony Richardson. I said, whoa, I think we was in the chat. Like, to me, he wasn't a quarterback. He wasn't a 1st round quarterback. He definitely wasn't a starter. He's an athletic freak. But I think him not playing well is definitely cause for concern for Jalen Milroe. And then the best case scenario would be a Jalen Hurts, and he's certainly not that. The only thing they got is the Jalen. So I think
that ain't a bad one either now. That ain't bad.
No,
it's bad. That boy ain't close to the Jalen Hurts. Keep in mind, this dude threw 16 touchdowns and 11 picks last year in college. What you think he's gonna do in the NFL when they actually run defenses that's kind of difficult to figure out? I'm just saying.
I'm with you on that shot. I'm with you on that. I'll say he'll be a 3rd to last day pick. 3rd to last day.
I think he'll go outside the top 100, but he can't throw the washcloth in the sink.
I think somebody gonna take a shot on him by the 3rd round.
He can't
by the 3rd
stand
round,
in the
somebody
sink.
that's looking for a project type quarterback is gonna take a shot on him by the 3rd round.
Now, I would say that the Pittsburgh Steelers have had conversations with him during their pro day, and they've gone to see him. But I'm sure they're doing their due diligence, just like every other team in the mid to late rounds. Just one of them things, man. But if you're looking for a project, I mean, yeah, he can sit on somebody's bench.
Hey, real quick, do something for me, Faye. Pull up the 1st round. I got to thinking, I don't know where Shedeur Sanders could go. Pull up the 1st round real quick, and every team you say, from 1 to whatever, I'm gonna see if they already got a quarterback. Cause Shedeur Sanders,
we got breaking
looking
news.
Suspect now too. Now, but
we got breaking news. We got breaking news. Got breaking news. Hold on. Got breaking news. That's where you go. Okay. Jalen Milroe has withdrawn from the draft. He's going back into the portal to get more head state to let him come in.
Yeah, that would be his best bet.
All right.
That would be his best bet.
Yeah. Tennessee, we just say no. Cleveland.
Tennessee need. No, I'm just talking about people that need a quarterback. Tennessee, I guess they need a quarterback. Cleveland need a quarterback.
New York.
The New York
No.
Giants.
Yeah, Giants.
No, they just picked up Wilson and a decent backup in Jameis Winston. I wouldn't say they need a quarterback anymore.
No, they don't need a quarterback right away.
Let me just comment real quick on that. The Giants don't want a quarterback.
They want Arch. They
want nephew.
They want Arch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. They want the next generation. They want that next generation for the Book of Manning
in New York.
Because they didn't again.
Right. Listen, man. I told y'all, not just the casual fan. Russell Wilson went to the Giants because they know he's gonna stink up the place. He's gonna play a little bit of good and he's gonna play a whole lot of bad. And then Sierra get to be in New York for this year, and then they get to welcome Eli. So they're gonna pay him a lot of money to not Eli but Arch. They're gonna pay him a lot of money to bring Arch on. Sierra still get to perform in the Garden. Everybody happy. That's how I go. And then Future, he can stay on the East Coast where Future can go up and see his son.
Man,
and tell Russell, "No, I'll go ahead and watch my son today. You ain't got to
go
do
Faith. Please keep going.
All right,
keep going.
Raiders.
Raiders didn't the Raiders get they got Geno Smith, so no, they don't need a quarterback.
Jets
ain't got no quarterback.
Justin Fields. They got Justin Fields, so no, he the greatest.
Yeah. Jets need a quarterback.
No, they don't need him. They got Justin Fields. He's great. He's so great. You don't need him.
Got Justin Fields.
He's great.
Hey, America, let me just tell y'all that this dude is the biggest Justin Field hater. He does not like Justin Field because he transferred from Georgia and went to Ohio State. So anything
he's great. He's a former Pittsburgh Steeler. He's great. What else you want me to say?
They don't care for Justin Field, guy. So Shedeur Sanders still could go top 10. Who else in top 10?
Saints.
Shit, Saints need a quarterback.
I thought they had. Didn't they have Carr?
They still got him.
Who the backup
for the future?
Okay. Yeah.
Spencer Rattler, the backup.
No. Yeah, give me. Yeah.
I see. The Bears at 10. Of course, they don't need a quarterback. If you go down to the next 10, the Cowboys.
Not yet. Hold on, we may be coming, but not yet.
Okay. 49ers.
Paid that man all that damn money.
49ers, not yet. No, they don't need no quarterback.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Indy face, right?
No, I don't think the Dolphins need no quarterback.
Okay,
they won't pick one, but they need one.
Can he remember his name? Is this the way to the stadium?
That's not funny.
Yeah. Okay. Only other team I can see. Okay, Colts.
Yes, the Colts need one. They probably.
Yeah.
Woo, we just discussed that. Yes, we need one. We talking about getting the darkness retreat in Pittsburgh, and he takes he gonna take all the way up to training camp before he make his decision. Yes, we need a quarterback, but he ain't gonna drop that far. He's not. Neither one of those guys are not gonna drop that far because they're exceptional talents.
I think he might. I think Shedeur might drop though.
If he goes to Pittsburgh, then
Shedeur shouldn't drop past Cleveland. To be honest,
if I'm Cleveland, I'm tanking for Manning. If I'm Cleveland, it's the first time in 3 years you had your first round pick. I'm tanking for Manning, unless y'all go get Kirk Cousins, which the Falcons are not going to trade, but he knows the offense.
No, I don't see Shador Sanders falling at all now.
Do you see Pittsburgh making a move to get in that top 7?
I don't see why. I think we trying to. One thing I've learned about this franchise over the years that I've followed them, we don't spend a whole lot of money as far as free agents. We will make good, decent trades that will benefit us and fit up under what we're trying to do physically, but we don't make a lot of moves like that. As you can see, the 2 quarterbacks that we got last year in Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, that's my guy, Justin Fields. Justin Fields on the end of his rookie deal, and Russell Wilson, we paid him $1 million because he's owed all that money from Denver. So that's how we end up with those guys. They're great landing spot, but I don't see it. If it does happen, I will be pleasantly overjoyed and surprised.
Yeah. If that's everything, guys, but that's all our topics for the evening. We thank you for watching the show. We're gonna catch you next Wednesday when we crown national champion on Monday. We get a chance to talk about the ladies. Of course, we want Don Staley to win because we know we want to put black Texans, but we'll see. That's our show. We'll have y'all next week.
Go, man.
All right.
Be safe.